What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn, or as I go by on TikTok and Instagram at Live to Learn Coaching. You can find that handle in the description of this video. You can also find 3 opportunities in the description of this video to donate financially to my channel, which goes a long way. And those of you that have already donated, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that if it's not something you want to do, but if you would subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, I sure would appreciate that as well. We've been on the theme this week of being thankful. And I think we've learned some things that we may not have known before as far as what are the results, what are the consequences. And consequences is not a bad word, although it often is kind of seen as a negative, but consequences are just the results of something. So what are the results? What are the consequences of being thankful? Well, we learned that it increases our happiness, and we also learn that it reduces our stress levels. Those are 2 positive things. I don't know about you, but those are 2 things that I could use more of in my life. And before I get on with today's video and being thankful with that, another consequence of being thankful, I just want to say this. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you taking the time to watch this video. I'm thankful for you that have subscribed. Those of you that have followed me on Instagram and TikTok, have left comments, have shared my videos, have expressed to me what these videos have meant to you and that they've been helpful. I mean, at the end of the day, if no one's watching these, then I'm really just doing it for myself. And so if I can just extend that thank you to you for watching, I really appreciate it. And, another thing I'm thankful for is just the idea that, not the idea, but just the fact that I'm here, I'm able to do this, that it's something that I started to do almost 2 years ago. I'm thankful that I had people in my life that were encouraging, that told me, hey, this is something you could do. You could work on something for yourself. You can have your own business. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be a coach. You can make a living helping others. Those are seeds that were planted in my mind. See, not all of us have that opportunity. Not all of us are blessed, are lucky enough to have that. And what I want to say to you is, if you will allow me to, I'd like to be that voice in your life. I'd like to be the person that tells you, hey, you can do more than you think you can. You are much more capable than however you thought you may have been before you heard these words. If you allow me to, I'd like to be that coach. I'd like to be that voice of reason and encouragement in your life. Why? I get that a lot. Why do you do what you do? Because those things were done for me throughout my entire life. Sorry for the spit. Those things were done for me my entire life. And I've shared this before in other videos, and I'll probably share it again. I think I've hit the lottery when it comes to life. And I don't mean just, an abundance of finances and wealth, although I've never gone without. But the things that are valuable in life: support, love, encouragement, people to talk to, people to believe in me, people that poured into my life. I'm thankful for those individuals. I'm thankful for those experiences. And again, if you'll allow me to, and if my voice resonates with you, I would love to be that voice in your life, even if you have no others. Because I'll tell you what, I didn't get this great life just because someone in my family, someone years ago in prior generations, they started it. And you can be the start of that. And so I just wanted to share that with you. But anyway, let's talk about being thankful. Let's stay on with this theme. When we are thankful, guess what? Here's another result. We improve our mental resilience. Now, I've talked about resilience so many times on different videos throughout my channel, but I want to focus in on it again because I think resilience is very important. I think it's something that can and should be revisited. I liken it to a rubber band that when you stretch it out and you let it go, it comes back together. Our mental resilience, our ability to bring it back. I'm thankful. I've got things going on right now. I've got challenges in front of me. I've got problems. I've got issues. But what happens when we are thankful is we improve our mental resilience by shifting Again, it's a mind thing. It's a mental thing. We go from only seeing the problem to now we are able to develop some solutions. We're seeing the silver lining of the situation, quote unquote. And that is what being thankful can do. Again, it can really impact us mentally. It allows us to reframe challenges. I've talked about reframing on prior videos. Reframing it. Let me give you an example. When I get up early in the morning, which I have been doing for the last few weeks, I've got two choices. I can sit there and I can say, oh man, this sucks. I'm tired. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a valid option because it does suck and I was tired this morning. Or I could look at it like this. Hey, this is evidence that you're a person that can create better habits. Hey, this is evidence that you're someone who can ignore how you feel to pursue something that is better for you. That is reframing. And when we are thankful, that mental resilience that we gain allows us to reframe things. We are able to find the positive. We're able to find that silver lining. And sometimes it is so small. There's so little of it. And it's very important that we focus on that. What happens when we're thankful? It leads to improved coping mechanisms. We all have coping mechanisms. Some of it learned, some of it passed on. I don't know the science of it. But when we are thankful and we're developing that mental resilience, we learn better coping mechanisms. And to keep it simple, we learn to do things. We learn to cope using things that are going to help us and not hurt us. And we develop a much more optimistic mindset. You have to understand what this means in the power that's in our minds. When we are optimistic, hey, I know that things will get better. Now, they're not going to get better by just sitting around and not doing anything. What that means is I know that when I take a step forward, when I start to move myself in the right direction, things will get better. When we are thankful, we develop mental resilience that allows us to focus on solutions over problems. It allows us to reframe challenges. It allows us to develop more healthy and better coping mechanisms. And it gives us a more optimistic outlook on life, on situations, on things in front of us. Because those things can become very overwhelming. And you're not alone in this. I'm very much there with you. And I am also trying to practice what I preach, quote unquote, which is why I've been waking up early in the morning, which is why I've been journaling, which is why I've been trying to set aside time. Did you hear me say that? Trying to set aside time to read more and write more. Because it's a challenge, because there's always going to be a reason not to. There's always going to be a reason why we shouldn't. But I know that moving in the right direction, things will get better. Things will improve. And I will see my dreams come true. And I will see my goals accomplished. And so will you. But I can't convince you of that. So be thankful, so that you can develop that mental resilience that whether or not you recognize, you really need. We really need. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate you taking out the time to do so. And I want to thank you once again. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment, hit the thumbs up, share this video with someone you think it might benefit. And again, I'm thankful for you. I appreciate the views. You have a great day.